Big news here. The DOJ officially indicting former Cuban leader Raul Castro for the 1996 attack on 2 civilian planes that killed 4 men, including 3 Americans.
Chanley Painter joins us now with all the details. Hi, Chanley.
Hey, guys. So the charges against the former Cuban president come as the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Nimitz and its strike group also arrived in the Caribbean this week, adding to the escalating pressure by the Trump administration on Cuba's socialist government. The indictment against the now 94-year-old Castro alleges that when he served as Cuba's defense minister, he authorized the use of deadly force on 2 small planes operated by Miami-based exiles who had been dropping pro-democracy leaflets over Havana. It charges him with conspiracy, destruction of aircraft, and 4 counts of murder. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche saying he expects Castro to face justice in the U.S.
President Trump is committed to restoring a very simple but important principle. If you kill Americans, we will pursue you, no matter who you are, no matter what title you hold, and in this case, no matter how much time has passed.
President Trump had this to say when asked about what is next for the Caribbean country.
What's coming next for Cuba?
Well, we're going to see. It's a failing nation. You see that. It's falling apart. We're there to help the families, the people. And again, a lot of those people are related to me in the sense that I've had such a great relationship with Cuban Americans. On a humanitarian basis, we're there to help.
And Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who is Cuban American, put out a rare message in Spanish to the Cuban people, backing the U.S. blockade of fuel to the island, saying the U.S. is offering a new relationship and is ready to help in exchange for meaningful reforms.
In the U.S., we are ready to open a new chapter in the relationship between our people and our countries. And currently, the only thing standing in the way of a better future are those who control your country.
In the meantime, the Cuban government says, quote, the revolutionary government condemns in the strongest terms the despicable accusations by the United States Department of Justice and the current Cuban president accusing the U.S. officials of lying about the incident, calling it, quote, legitimate self-defense. Guys.
All right, Chanley Painter live for us. Chanley, thank you. Let's bring in New York State comptroller candidate who immigrated from communist Cuba to the U.S. when he was 7 years old, Joseph Hernandez. Joseph, thank you so much for joining us. You know, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche received a tremendous amount of applause in Miami yesterday when he announced this indictment. So there are Americans who deeply care about this and have been waiting a long time for this to happen. Tell us why.
Well, look, it's been 30 years since this incident occurred, and, you know, the Cuban community felt betrayed by the lack of response by the government at the time. The Cuban people have been oppressed for a very long period of time, 70 years now. You know, we know what this regime is capable of, and we're delighted and grateful that President Trump has stood up to what we believe is justice and fairness.
Yeah, and to your point, here's some reaction from other Cuban Americans. Watch this.
I'm very excited that after 30 plus years, we got a president who listens to us and cares and knows the real threat that is Cuba to the national security.
The Trump administration is the only government that has given us hope and possibly an opportunity to return to the old country.
It was long overdue for our community, and I think it's about time justice is served.
Yeah, and the guy in the middle, you could see he was getting emotional over this news. And, you know, we can all understand why the Cuban people would want the mantle of communism removed from their country. Why should Americans care about this?
Well, Americans should care because, I mean, it's ironic that socialism and communism it's in the final days of its life in Cuba, and yet we're seeing it give birth in New York City and in New York, which is the reason why I'm running for this particular office. It's ironic how quickly we forget the history and the evils of communism, because communism at the end of the day is an evil ideology. It's killed over 100 million people. You know, I always like to compare communism and capitalism. Capitalism has brought 1 billion people out of poverty. Communism has killed 100 million people, and we forget that. History is forgotten so quickly, and we need to be reminded of that daily.
Yeah, are you surprised when you see socialist ideas, I was going to say creeping in, but even more than just creeping into American politics today?
Absolutely. I mean, I just it turns my stomach to hear these people talk about collectivism and the warmth of collectivism. You know, again, you know, socialism has killed so many human beings, has destroyed so many lives. I mean, the Cuban American community and the Venezuelans, we understand this firsthand. We've lived through the evilness of socialism and communism, and you know, America's fought against this ideology for a very long period of time, and it's just sad and unfortunate that it's creeping into our society. And you know, those of us that have experienced it, we're standing up and we're saying we're not going to accept that ideology here in America. America was the birth of capitalism, and you know, we were developed on the concept of the individual and hard work and grit. Those are the counter ideologies of communism, and we got to stand up. We got to stand up to fight this crazy
And quickly, Joseph,
ideology.
absolutely. You know, I can imagine this indictment, I'm sure, isn't coming down at any random time. You know, it's coming down as the Trump administration puts pressure on the Cuban government. So what do you think is next for Cuba when it comes to the people and the protests taking place and the future of the country?
Well, look, the Cubans are a resilient people. One of the things that really is common amongst the Cuban Americans, we love this country, we love America. We're probably the most loyal, some of the most loyal Americans that exist, because, again, we've seen the evilness of communism. And, you know, I think you're going to see a rapid transition. I think you're going to see some internal conflicts. I think there's enough motivation here for people internally to stand up. I really believe that you know, this is the first step, the first chapter in a transition to a free Cuba, and we're delighted and excited to be witnessing a historical moment.
Yeah, and for the first time in 70 years, senior leadership in the Cuban regime has been charged in the United States. So a big moment yesterday, and we will watch as it all unfolds. Joseph Hernandez, thank you so much for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.